So that gets us to the BrosWhoBinge Awards
Yes,
for
sir.
2024.
Hey, good year.
So we'll be doing what? You run through our categories, Lyndon. What we're gonna be.
We're gonna be doing best of the years, of course. We'll have movie of the year, TV show of the year, actor of the year in the movie variety, TV actor of the year, and then of course actress in there, and then best comedy and best animated. That's all I got this year.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you said best comedy, best animated, huh?
And you can use TV,
and that could be TV or
movie, yeah, whichever you consider the best that year for comedy and animated. So, yep.
All right. And is any of this list?
Oh no, I was just doing one. We all just say our one. Doing one. Yeah, we just all say our one. No list.
Where would you like to start?
Our list is just us talking about the best and when we do our best actor, who we give it to, we'll just talk about the infamous list, like where we think our top 5 is. But that's about it. We can start. You want to start with best comedy? Start off with just something easy.
Sure. We can start with best comedy.
All right. How do you? Okay, so for me, it's tough, man, because when you think of comedies this year, at least for in the movie variety, you have like Fall Guy, action comedy. You have Deadpool Wolverine, this Marvel comedy, the Ryan Reynolds shtick. I mean, I don't consider Challengers a comedy. People put it there. I wouldn't call that a comedy. Ricky Stenicki, I would say, falls in line with some of the comedies we've known of the past. A great one. It was. And then you had Sweethearts, which me and Shubert told y'all to watch the comedy, which was like the romantic comedy. For me, in terms of movies, I think I'm giving it to Ricky Stenicki, man. Of my favorite comedy, it falls in line of just what I know comedy to be growing up. And I gotta say, Zac Efron, John Cena, my guy, looking at him, I'm looking at the redhead right now. I can't think of his name, but him, and then the black guy.
Santino.
Santino was great, and then the black guy in there was great as well. I liked Ricky Stenicki a lot, and I think they need to give us more comedies like that.
All right. For me, I'm going to move it into the TV direction. I'll probably do that for both animated and comedy, just because of what I've watched. For me, I had this on if we were going to do a top 10 for TV, I had it at number 7 on what I thought was one of the best TV shows of the year. And it was actually the Ted series on Peacock. Came out right in the beginning of January. There was nothing besides Ricky Stenicki that made me laugh out loud more than that Ted series. I thought that they did a really terrific job in rebranding that for it to make it a TV show and to use the Young John angle. I thought that it worked really well. I thought that they built the family out very well, and the jokes just really landed. You thought that the Ted shtick was over, but they found a way to make it fresh, and it was a really surprising comedy for me this year.
Hey, I agree with you 100%. I think McFarlane showed that he still got it, bro. That Ted show had some of the best jokes of the year. If I was going TV, I damn sure would have went with it. Because honestly, if you're not going with the adult animated rundown for comedies of like Bob's and Family Guy and that shit, which I don't think anybody had a standout season, it was Ted.
Thinking about something that was new, right?
Yeah, because for sure.
A lot of the best comedies this year were like Shrinking, which was a second season, or Abbott Elementary, or What We Do in the Shadows. But this was something new that really kind of entered the space, even though it was IP.
Yep, I'm with you. All right, Reg, what you got best TV show?
For comedy, I'm gonna go with The Hitman. I think that Glenn Powell actually went outside of his comfort zone as a whole, and truly he was hilarious in that movie. Even though that they were trying to be serious, but also being comedic, I thought it was fucking funny. And he stepped outside of his comfort zone because he's always been face acting with twisters and all that. And so really, he became a character in this one.
I fucked up.
That's a really great one, Reg. For me, that was a top 5 movie that I watched this year. I thought that The Hitman was a really great movie. And for people like us who have been around Louisiana and New Orleans, it did a very good job of representing that city, I thought. So it really kind of all played together in a really great way and was really funny. I thought the lady who's from Andor, who was the love interest, she was great. But yeah, Glenn Powell has really kind of cemented himself, and that was a movie that really did that.
Yeah, I think
I fucked up, bro.
made his name.
I forgot about damn. I come in here to win these things, make sure my awards are top tier. I'm glad I gave it to Sneaky, but Hitman was great. I forgot about Hitman, bro. And
Listen, I lost the draft. I have to win the awards.
He did lose the draft. Draft sucked.
My draft was bad. My draft was worse.
Oh, okay. All right. I like that. I'm glad you gave it to Hitman because it definitely deserved a shout out. Just like I'm glad Shubert gave his and I gave mine. Hell yeah. Not mad at those.
All right, so now we'll give Reg the first pick for which category. We're gonna go best animated now to get it out of the way.
We can do best animated.
Oh, best animated.
He probably don't have none, bro. You do, bro. You do. You want me to tell you what it was one of the movies you said you liked a lot this year. It's a movie.
Oh yeah. Oh movie. Oh yeah. We're gonna go Inside Out 2.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah. This dude's an Inside Out stan.
Yeah, picked up exactly where I left off with Inside Out 1. Fucking fire. Great. I love that they still kept it grounded in her real experiences of women. It wasn't this really heady Disney-esque bullshit, and it was just great. It was a fun time. So I'll go with Inside Out 2.
Yeah, I knew.
I never got to see it, so I haven't seen the first one either. That was something I really want to get around.
The first?
Yeah, no, you got to watch it.
I thought you seen the first one. Damn, that's crazy shit.
I haven't.
Red's been hyping
I haven't seen
up the second
either.
one. Oh damn! You seen the first Moana? Damn, bro! That's crazy.
Those are two really good Disney animated movies.
Got to give it to them. Those are two good Disney animated movies. I'm not giving mine to Inside Out 2, but I knew Reg was gonna pick it, so I was not tripping. See, this is where I'm torn. So I'm gonna go with my heart, and I'm just gonna say the critic of which y'all expect me and Shubert to be on this podcast. I would give it to The Wild Robot because that is an incredible animated movie. But the heart of me, I can't do that.
It's mine, then.
Oh, you can have it. I can't do it.
Yeah.
When One Piece dropped that incredible season this past year. My goodness, One Piece stands. I'm here with you, Egghead, the end of Wano. Shubert, I don't know where you are. I'm not going to spoil anything. But if you know, it happened in 2024. Shit was crazy. I got to go with my heart. One Piece, best anime this year.
Well, for me, it's, as I mentioned with your other picks, that they kind of fall into those top 10 lists that I created prior to the pod. For me, the fourth best, maybe third best show that I thought of the entire year was that X-Men 97 series on Disney Plus. For X-Men 97 to just for Marvel in itself and the guy who showrun that first season to go and get a show that was much beloved in the 90s and bring it back and find a way to revamp it and make it extend the lore even more for X-Men fans. I really thought that it did a really good job of making its space within this Marvel DC or this Marvel Disney verse that's going on Disney Plus right now, and kind of making it its own show and a premier cartoon. Really, it's more than a kid's cartoon on Disney Plus.
That's a fact.
X-Men 97.
X-Men 97 kind of shifted the culture. It was great. I do want to shout out because they had some good stuff. Batman Caped Crusader came out last year.
That was what I was going to pick if you were going to take X-Men 97.
Which I think is I just went with One Piece because One Piece, I'm going to shout out to the anime people. They had a big year. It was a big fucking year. But Batman Caped Crusaders was great.
Legend of Vox Machina, a lot of people enjoyed for their new season this year.
And Terminator Zero. The Terminator anime series, it was really fucking good. I gotta say, last year was a great year for animation stuff. You also had Secret Level, which that Pac-Man thing trended. That episode was pretty good, the video games thing. But I didn't watch all that.
And you also on the anime space, you had Dan.
Yeah, Dan did drop, and Crystal would be upset at me for not mentioning that. And Creature Commandos. So big year for animation. You could have picked anything. Definitely could have picked anything. D-Freeze? I think he froze.
I don't know.
I think he froze. Let's see.
Ooh.
I think he might have froze. I might have to call him back. Oh no, he's back.
Oh,
Is he back? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're back. You're back. Nice. Yeah. Okay, lit.
Yeah, it says my internet connection's unstable, which is bad.
Okay, but you came back. All right. So what category do you want to do next? We got the actors. We got best movie, best TV show. Where do you want to go next?
I think next let's do our actors and actresses and end with TV and movie.
All right, nice.
So I guess let's start with the ladies first. Do what you want to do, actress of the year and TV first.
Yeah, we could do actress of the year and TV first. That is cool with me. Why don't you start us off? You haven't started us off yet.
Oh, it's a really hard one. Just for the sake of not knowing who to pick from amongst like a lot of different people, I'm gonna go with the Kristen Milotti in The Penguin. Because like she really kind of stole the show for not being the lead. There's a lot of great leads out there that had really good years, but she did a really good job of kind of redefining who she is as an actress based upon her role in The Penguin. And I think she's going to see a lot of different calls coming in terms of acting roles for her moving forward based upon her portrayal in that show.
Damn good choice. Like you can argue Kristen had the best year in TV last year with the best show. And like Shubert said, the thing is, it's not that she was just the best. She was just an actress on that show. No, she was the person who made that show do crazy shit. Like she was the driving force of that show. Maybe sometimes more than Colin Farrell, some people would say. So it's like, okay, damn, good for her. Well, Shubert went with that. I had a backup in mind. I'm going with Anna Sawai from Shogun as Mariko. She was incredible in Shogun. She was arguably at times the heart and soul of that show. She was amazing.
Yeah, got the hardware.
She won the Emmy. Yes, she did.
Really good one.
So, all right, Reg, what you got, bro?
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to go with Aya Dabiri in The Bear season 2. Like again, she carries. She's great. Her dynamic with Jeremy Allen White is immaculate. Again, gotta give it to her.
Not mad at that.
Yeah.
Chalk pick.
Either that or I was gonna go with like Maya Erskine from like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but I was like, let me give it to Io.
I thought that I think Maya Erskine is worth mentioning as well because, like, as I said with Kristen Milotti, Maya Erskine jumping from what she's best known for, Pen 15, and jumping into Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I thought she held her own and did a pretty good job on that. But
you could also
so I mean, all those ladies did a really terrific job.
You could also shout out Ella Purnell as Lucy from Fallout. She was great in Fallout. Like she really was. And
she also had the other series on Showtime.
Yep. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. You could also shout out the girl in The Gentleman with our boy Theo, with Theo.
Oh yeah.
Kaya Socially Daria or whatever her last name is.
She was great in that too. But like I don't think any of those people I just named could win over Milotti or my girl from Shogun. So that's where we're at. But just have to shout those people out. All right, best TV show now. Best TV show actor.
Best TV show best movie actress.
Oh, best movie actress. Okay, we're going like that. Okay. Ooh, best movie actress. Damn.
I guess London, you are up for the start.
All right, yeah, I'll start. Damn. Best movie actress.
That's an easy one.
You think? Best movie?
Oh, yeah. You want me to go?
Yeah, you go first. You go first, bro.
Zendaya.
Yeah, from Challengers.
But which one you choosing from Challengers? You choosing from Challengers? You just say it overall. Yeah, I guess so. She was.
Either.
Yeah.
Pick one.
Yeah. That's fair. That's
fair. I think her performance in Challengers, made that movie for real. Like, I think the two dudes did a really terrific job as well. But I mean, like she, really busted her acting chops, and especially coming off of, or I think it came before Dune, but just to see her do two really great performances in two very different movies, it just kind of shows her range.
Yeah, no, you're right. Zendaya did have a damn good year. Reg, who you giving it to?
Yeah. I'm gonna give it to Mikey Madison for Honora. Honora is actually a really good movie by Sean Baker, and like it's having this like late run on like the Oscars, and I think it's great because like we all know Sean Baker does this typical like sex work movies, and like you're just following like someone in sex work, but this one like actually like gave her depth to her character and the struggle and her like launch into like the Russian like oligarch world and like her navigating that was beautiful.
This guy, bro. This guy.
Yeah, I think she's about to blow up.
Yeah, she about to blow up, bro. I should have just went both that.
No, I really like to see that movie. I think that she's gonna blow up.
I know, I'm waiting to see. I didn't get to see it yet. Fuck, that's why I couldn't give it to it. You know what? I'm gonna go with Lily James Depp. I mean Lily Depp Rose.
Lily
Nosferatu. She was, bro. Look,
I was like Lily James is a different person.
No,
I said I couldn't see. Even though we couldn't see part of how the movie looked, she killed that fucking shit. That lady was going through it in that fucking movie, bro.
Yeah. She was going
Gotta give Lily Depp her props for that. So that's who I'll take as best actress of.
Also, shout out to Cynthia Erivo and Ricky and Wicked. Just a little micro shout out to her.
Yeah, that's cool. I think some other names that weren't mentioned that are worth putting into this. Emma Stone won the Oscar this year. Sydney Sweeney had one of the best, for fun rom-coms that we had, and she's also
gonna have a big
really
year this year.
She's really about to have a big year with the stuff that she has coming out. And then I would say Kaylee Spaney also had a pretty big year. I guess Priscilla came out last year. So coming off Priscilla, she comes in, she has that Civil War movie, which she was probably the best part of it. And then she had Alien Romulus. So two big movies for her this year as well.
Also, shout out Margaret Qualley. I didn't get to see it, but she had that movie.
The Substance.
That's the only reason why I said I was going to shout her out. That's the only reason why I didn't put it, because I didn't see it yet, but I heard she was incredible in Substance. So
I think she also won a VMA or was nominated for a VMA for her husband's music video.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She did. No, you're absolutely right. I'm trying to think if there's any other actresses this year in movies. Like are we going to shout out Anya Taylor-Joy for like Furio? I ain't really fuck with Furiosa to talk about it. I know you didn't either, Shubert.
I couldn't get through it.
So and Lily Rose Depp took her spot in Nosferatu. Just saying, and I'm kind of glad it went to Lily instead of Anya. No disrespect to Anya. I just, couldn't give it to her. Could not give it to her. Oh damn! You know who's gonna be mad? We didn't say any love for Blake Lively, and it ends with us.
No, come.
Yeah. Let's just stop the cap. Stop the cap.
I'm just fucking around.
All your lawyers.
All right.
So that goes into actor of the year for TV and movies. We'll start with TV. And there's a lot of really awesome ones that you.
Bro, I can go.
Go first.
I'll go.
Go for it.
I'm taking Colin Farrell, the Penguin. My God, was he not phenomenal? Week in and week out. And you know what? There's only one fucking scene I have to use. Oh no, there's two scenes. Both show his range. One shows how psychotic he got in this role. And I'm sorry for spoilers if you're watching this. When that man choked out Vic on that park bench and Vic's ass was dead, you saw the soul leave Colin Farrell's eyes. And then his fucking just deplorable nature and just his delusion when he's talking to his stripper prostitute wife dressed up as his mama saying, "Mama, did I do it right? Did I do it?" She's like, "Yeah, baby, you did it." That scene just gives you fucking chills. Colin Bravo also was in Sugar, which Shubert can attest, good fucking show. I watched it.
Yes, I was going to mention that if he didn't. Mm-hmm. It is.
I'm so sorry we didn't talk about that during the year. That shit was great.
We can get back around to it because I think they're going to do a second season. But yeah, so Sugar and Penguin both made my top 10 this year, so I can only agree with them in there. Reg, you want to go next?
Yeah, we're gonna go Jeremy Allen White and the Mayor. Just have to secure the base.
Chalk. The Bear season wasn't even that great this past year, bro.
No, I still like the Bears. Like I still think that season 2 wasn't bad. It just was like
it was
in that sense. It was still very good. Like let's not shit ourselves. It was still very good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna clown. It was still good, but just wasn't as good as it was, and I just had to call you out for the chalk pick. That's all.
Look, sometimes you gotta take the chalk. Listen, I got inside baseball. You gotta string together some hits. So that we can get a home
run. For me, I'm going to go with a show that Lyndon and I were really big on recently, and that was Cross with.
Wow.
So Aldous Hodge would be my TV actor of the year. I think that he did a really terrific job in Cross. I think that he is someone who's really trying to break a mold. He's kind of been in the business for a long time, and I think this could really be a defining role for him moving forward. It was a really great show that people should watch on Amazon.
Hell yeah. Cross was incredible. You could argue that Cross had 3 actors that did their job and like went above and beyond in that show, with Cross, Ed Ramsey, and our guy Bobby
Isaiah
Jones.
Oh yeah. I would even say Isaiah Mustafa did a really good job too.
Exactly. Isaiah Mustafa was good. So you can say all 4 of those lead actors in that show did their fucking thing. Also, got to shout out Hiroyuki Sanada from Shogun as the main guy. Carried fucking
many people from Shogun. Too many to pick from, really.
Yeah, no, that's true. I'm trying to think of some others that gotta shout out my guy Theo James from The Gentleman. Dude was great.
Theo James.
Yeah, Theo James from The Gentleman. Yeah, he was good.
So,
I thought Jake Gyllenhaal in Presumed Innocent had a good year.
Yeah,
And then Manny Jacinto for his role in being a big time Star Wars legend now with his portrayal in Acolyte. He was arguably the best thing of that entire show.
Show might have got canceled, but Manny Jacinto was fucking great. Fucking incredible.
Yep.
I'm trying to think, are there any other just great TV show actor?
Walton Goggins for Fallout. He did a really did a really good job, and he's always kind of up there for a good TV actor.
So what were the homeboys at Shrinking? They had some good actors in there too.
Oh yeah.
Jason Segel, Harrison Ford.
Jason Segel, yeah.
Yeah, and Harrison Ford. Yeah, I would say those are the best actors of TV. I'm not gonna shout out anybody from Dune Prophecy or anything like that. Oh, I'll shout out Eddie Redmayne from The Jackal. That was pretty good. Got to shout out Eddie. So, but he doesn't win it.
So that gets this 2 actors of the year in movies, and we'll let Reg start with this one. You get the first pick, Reg.
Oh, damn.
I'm interested to see where he goes. There's some heavy hitters.
Look, let me tell you. Again, like I said, we're stringing together hits. We're going with Timothée Chalamet. Dune 2, a great, the great unknown. We got to go with he was a safe pick. He's been fired. Look, Lisan Bal-Gahib, that man knows ball off the court, knows everything on the soundstage. This man is just an all-around great guy, great actor this year. This was his year.
I can't be mad at the Timothy pick. I thought you would have went with, just off the beaten path.
Wait. Don't sit. Oh, you thought he was gonna go off the beaten path? No. If I'm going next, then I know exactly who I'm gonna pick.
I know exactly where he's going in.
Who you picking?
No, it's Austin Butler.
Oh,
Austin Butler.
See,
Dune, Bike Riders, Masters of the Air.
That's fair. He did drop Bike Riders. 3 big. And he's about to be American Psycho. That's a great choice.
American Psycho. But look, we can't have 2025.
So both of y'all pick picks that I'm not mad at. To me,
Lynn, there is a niche pick that you could go, but I don't think you'll go there, right?
I don't know. I could go. I'm gonna say the 2 names that I'm torn with right now. Glenn Powell.
Just pick one.
Nah, fuck it. This dude was incredible. I'm going Paul Mescal, bro. Give me Paul. Paul was the best actor of last year. Give me Paul. Gladiator. That's what I thought one of y'all was going to pick. But shout out to Glenn Powell. Glenn Powell was who I would have put second. Glenn Powell had a great year.
Anyone but you and Hitman, that man had 3 bangers.
And again, I was expecting that we were going to come in with the top 5 actors. My 4 through 1: Glenn Powell, Timothée Chalamet, Paul Mescal, Austin Butler. So
in that order? Let's talk about it. So in that order is where you would go Glenn Powell, Oh, Timothy Austin won. So you think you got Austin at 1?
Yeah.
Rich, how would you?
I got Austin at 1. Well, I got him at 1 because he had multiple pictures that I had seen, where I hadn't seen Bob Dylan. So I had only seen Dune, so I had to have him 1 behind because like I had seen other work. So I don't know. Maybe it's different in that way. And then Paul only really had Gladiator.
He only had Gladiator, really.
Which he was great.
But he was great. No,
but Glenn Powell had Anybody But You and Hitman and Twisters.
Yeah, he did.
And Twisters, yeah.
Glenn worked his ass off.
That's why I think Glenn goes above Paul this year, because I went Timothy, Austin Butler, Glenn Powell, then Paul, because he just had Gladiator 2. That was the only thing he had. And we could say Gladiator 2 had some plot holes, but he was great.
Gladiator 2 definitely had plot holes, but he was the best part of that damn movie by far. See, I think I would lean Butler 1, Mezcal 2.
That's wild.
Timothy 3.
Powell 4?
Powell 4. Yeah, Powell can't be top 3. When you don't make anything but blockbuster movies, you can't be top 3. I'm sorry. You just fucking can't. Powell at 4. And then at 5?
You could throw like a little Rafe Fiennes, Adrian Brody action there.
Nah, I'm not giving it to them. I'm not giving it to them. You know who I'm going to give it to? Oh, damn. Dev did have Monkey Man. Dev was great.
He had Monkey Man.
Dev was great. And it's just for the year. I can't give any of my legacy picks, which I do think will have big come-ups this year. Gotta shout the legacy picks. I could shout out Barry Keoghan. Keoghan had a big year, but he broke up with Sabrina Carpenter, cheated on with Brekkie Hill. I can't pick him because of the cheating shit. So I don't know who the fifth
Sabrina on this side.
I don't know who the 5th would be. Actually, no, I do know who the 5th would be. And I'm gonna go out on a limb, and this is gonna be my niche pick, and this is gonna show a little insight into I think how 2025 is gonna go. I'm going Joseph Quinn at number 5 with A Quiet Place Day 1 and Gladiator 2 as the Emperor. That was incredible. I think Joseph Quinn will have a big year in 2025 with Fantastic Four coming up. He is about to be a big actor. So I'm going to put Joseph Quinn.
You might as well throw Harris Dickinson in there, too, because he had Baby Girl, and then he had, like, that little run that he went on.
You put Harris Dickinson at your 5. You put him at your 5.
Both Quinn and Dickinson are supposed to be in the Beatles movie moving forward, so those are good picks.
Yep. Quinn is going to be George Harrison, and Dickinson's going to be John Lennon.
And Paul Mescal, Paul McCartney.
Yep, and Barry Keoghan, who I also meant going to be Ringo.
Yeah.
So
you just pick the Beatles and then
I think I will say I do think the legacy people of our Robert Pattinsons, they will have big Our Pat is coming. He's coming back for his spot. He's one of the best.
17?
Mickey 17 is gonna be great, bro.
Maybe.
Mickey 17 this year. I see it. He's gonna be in the Nolan movie coming up. And he's going to be in Batman 2, which we know. Also, David Cornsweet.
2027, brother. We got 3 years to make
David Cornsweet, big year this year. We'll talk about him next week. And I got to say, I need to see The Piano Singer so I can give love to my guy, JD Dubs. JD Dubs, I know you're still here, buddy.
Look, JD Dubs has been laying dormant.
But look, he just did The Piano Singer. We didn't see, I can't let you do that. We didn't see The Piano
Coleman
Singer.
Domingo is mogging this man.
You got to tell the right name. Look, piano, what is it? Piano.
It's not The Piano Singer?
No, it's not The Piano Singer. It's
Michael B. Jordan
John David Watson.
Right now.
Hey, look, Michael B. Jordan about to have a big year in 20. It's not this. That's next week's list. But MBJ.
Piano Lesson,
which he did with his family. You got to respect that. The whole family worked on that. I can't hate on it.
Bro, cool.
Also, and real shit, y'all lucky I didn't come in here and say Denzel should have been top 5 because,
Denzel was a supporting
Denzel came out of retirement and said, "Let me watch me cook. Watch me cook."
And he did fucking cook. He fucking cooked.
It was great. It was fucking great.
He played the Training Day character in Sword and Sandals.
He kind of did. It was fucking amazing too.
All right. So that moves us to.
What's up?
We can, if you want to do it real quick.
Are y'all doing directors?
Oh yeah, we can do directors. Yeah, for sure. We can do directors real quick. That's not a problem. Go ahead, sir.
Go ahead.
Oh, fine. I'm going with Daniel New. It's fine.
Okay. Okay, I'm not mad at that.
All right. I gotta think about it for a second. Who directed this movie?
I just need to see real quick. I'm not going with that, bro. I could be niche and go with that. You know what I'm gonna go with? Oh, this one.
There's another guy to go with, but like I don't know if y'all will go with it.
No. I just need to see who directed Love Lies Bleeding.
Oh well, I'm gonna go with Dev Patel just because I didn't think anybody else.
Hey, great choice.
Directorial debut for Monkey Man. I think that he's proving that he could put something together, and maybe that's going to be something that we'll see from him moving forward. Maybe he is his best director.
Yep, and I'm gonna go with Rose Glass, who directed Love Lies Bleeding for her first feature film. It was her outside of doing shorts or videos. This was her first one working with Kristen Stewart and that girl. That was one of my unsung hero movies this year that I watched on Max. Love Lies Bleeding was really good. I'm sorry, Jeff Nichols, you're not getting it for Bike Riders. You could have, but fuck you.
Luca Guadagnino needs a shout though too.
I ain't see his movie, so I can't.
You saw Challengers.
Oh yeah, I did see Challengers.
Yeah, Challengers, and he had Queer with Daniel Craig.
See, that's the one I was talking about. I didn't see that.
Oh yeah.
It's Denis. Like let's not kid ourselves. The best director actually was Denis. It was. But I like me and Shub shout outs for these because Monkey Man was arguably the best action movie, and Rose Glass with Love Lies Bleeding was a good like period piece. So
yeah.
All right. So now we're at best TV and movies. We'll start with TV. Who wants to go first? Because we're obviously all gonna be kicking down the doors.
It's only fair that I go first because of my draft and because of me drafting, which were the best TV shows in 2024. Lynn is picking the best TV show, The Penguin. I mean, what can I say? It was incredible. Shout out to Lauren LaFranc. She was phenomenal as the showrunner. People like to give Matt Reeves credit. It was Lauren LaFranc who basically crafted that world with, Matt Reeves' ideas. Seeing the bat symbol at the end, chef's kiss, seeing Colin Farrell do everything he did. Shout out to our boy Vic. Vic's got a career on his hands. Dude is great too. And fucking Kristen Milotti. It was incredible. It was fucking the best show of the year. Easily.
Yeah, good stuff. I mean, that's obviously what I would go with. Go ahead, Reg.
No, you got to shoot.
Me? Yeah. Well, and then, I don't know where your head's at, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take it because it has to be taken. But Shogun has to be taken as best TV show of the year. I think it kicked open doors for people to be more interested in watching content that is foreign language.
Definitely.
I mean, obviously Squid Game, but Squid Game
Squid Game started. You're damn right with that. You can kind of see the pathway of like Squid Game showing Tokyo Vice in there somewhere.
But like I said, Squid Game had a dub, and FX was like, "We're gonna put Shogun out, no dub."
Yep.
You're gonna have to read it, and so I applaud them for that. They're getting their kudos for sure. But yeah, it was a really phenomenal show that had its flaws, but at the end of the day, its cultural impact will be heard.
Facts, big facts.
Yeah, so that leaves it to me. I have to go with The Gentleman.
Nice, great pick.
Fan of the universe, great gangster film, had followed great titular characters, and it was overall just like an actual really good gangster action comedy.
Like, honestly, if I'm being honest, if Penguin didn't come out, my top show comes down to The Gentleman. Alex Cross, got to shout out Cross. Cross was incredible. Reacher, I believe, dropped last year, Shubert. It didn't? Oh, it was late 2023. That's what it came into 2024. That's why I was thinking that. Okay, yeah. Cross, Gentleman, like Reg said. Also, got to shout out Baby Reindeer on Netflix. That shit was crazy.
I never watched it.
I watch it with Curse. It's good. It's damn good. And I see why he won all those fucking Emmys. That show is damn good. So gotta shout out those. And then I would shout out Sugar, like you said.
Fallout was somewhat decent. Mr. and Mrs. Smith was somewhat decent. House of the Dragon happened.
Oh yeah, it did happen.
The Sympathizer on Max was an interesting show.
Day of the Jackal.
Day of the Jackal. For me, I did prepare a top 10 list. Obviously, at number 1, I had Penguin. Number 2, I had Shogun. Number 3, I had Tokyo Vice Season 2. Then I had X-Men 97, Cross, Sugar, Ted, Presumed Innocent. I threw in Acolyte just based for the list, but I probably cycled many things out for that. And then for me at number 10, I put a culmination of reality TV, because as much as there was some good scripted work, the reality TV this season was really, really hitting. Maybe one of the most iconic seasons of The Traitors. Survivor had one of its top 10 seasons of all time.
Love Island was good.
Love Island USA beat UK for the first time ever.
Yep. Yeah, it did.
And then, like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, we started really taking seriously these documentaries off the field for sports. We had, the LeBron NBA series on Netflix. We had we did Hard Knocks through all phases of the season. We did a Hard Knocks off season, we did a Hard Knocks preseason, and
got the
currently going with Hard Knocks in season right now.
A lot of good soccer docs. Also, shout out to the Champions League soccer broadcast with Inside the NBA ending the Champions League soccer broadcast with Jamie Carragher, Thierry Henry, Michael Nicholas, and Kate Abdow. I'm sorry, Kate, I don't know your married name, but y'all, those people have the second best sports show behind Inside the NBA with Chuck Kinney and EJ and Shaq. And I never thought I would see a show that came as close to good as them. And Champions League soccer coverage is equally as good as the Shaq, Kinney, Chuck, and EJ show. Maybe sometimes better because they don't shit on the NBA.
It's better.
Piggybacking on this, and then we can move on. But you mentioned that Wrexham is a really solid documentary to talk about soccer and get people into it. But like you mentioned the panel, I'd say I would agree with you with the Champions League coverage. And I would say behind that is the new era of College Game Day. I think it really made this.
I'm actually just as old.
Was that we had this College Game Day with Nick Saban now involved, and it really kind of made it fresh and new.
No, that's facts. That's a good point. College Game Day, and like Pat brought that energy last year, and then this year you have Nick Saban coming in, really changing stuff, man. And gotta say, those broadcasts are much better than what the NFL and the NBA are giving people right now. So shout out to Champions.
But Tom Brady is doing a pretty solid job.
He is. He didn't come out with as much flair as Romo did, but he's much more solid than Romo because Romo's fading now.
Yeah. Now it gets us to our final thing, the movie of the year.
Yep.
I think Lynn, you started. So Reg, you can start with your movie of the year. We'll give you that. Because you had such a bad draft.
I had such a bad draft. Thank you. I'm gonna have to go with Doom 2. Doom 2 was the greatest movie of the year. Denis Villeneuve killed it. Timmy Chalamet killed it. Whole cast and crew killed it.
That was a moment.
That's just loud.
Like, that was a moment last year. Like, I remember people going around in real life saying, Lisan Al-Gaib, Madib, and like, they were just wilding, bro. Like, that was everywhere on the internet. Like, it got to the point to where people were having to do deep dives on how Timothy Chalamet's not a hero because people were romanticizing him, and they had to be like, no, he's not. That was the point of the whole thing, you fucking idiots. Y'all don't understand the movie. Like, it was insane how much hype Dune had around it, and rightfully so. So I'm not mad.
Can't say enough about Dune. I guess that makes me go up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right, already. So I'll go ahead and shy away from the obvious and go with challengers.
Nice.
I think for a movie with its kind of concept, it kind of redefined what a sports movie could be in a lot of ways. And I wouldn't. And that's way too. I'm going to retract that. It reminded us that sports movies, what a good sports movie could be, in a time where we really hadn't had a lot of like really in depth like sports movies. Like it definitely touched on a lot of relationships and had the rom-com element, but a lot of it, taught us a little bit of what it's like in the tennis world. A lot of it is, what a challenger tournament even is. You really kind of delve deep into tennis as much as it did with relationships and kind of like understanding what that world is and what it's like to be Roger Federer and how that come up all can impact you in the relationships that you keep. So, definitely a really interesting film, and I thought one of the best of the year.
Hell yeah. I remember when you brought it to the pod, you were damn right about it. It was incredible. You see Josh O'Connor getting a lot of roles now. He's somebody who could be in our 2025 predictions Oscar thing by the end of it. So I'm not mad at that choice at all. The question is, do I want to go niche? Because I'm not picking Gladiator because of the plot holes. I'm just letting people know now. The holes got me. The plot holes got me. I'm not picking Bike Riders because it had issues. I'm just going to be niche. It was
kind of boring.
And I'm going to go with a movie I saw early in the year. It shocked me. Obviously, I think Dune is the best movie of the year, but when I'm going to say a movie that surprised me, I could have picked Love Lies Bleeding, but I gave it love. I'm going with Late Night with the Devil, the horror movie with my boy David Dastmalchian as the late night host. That movie was very, very interesting. Shubert knows I don't like horror movies, but it was a movie I saw early in the year. It stuck with me all year. Rewatched it during Halloween. It hit us hard. I'm going Late Night with the Devil as best movie of 2024. That's obviously not Dune.
Cool. Did not see it, so I can't say much about it.
It's great, man. It is great. It's not the scariest movie, and it's not, it doesn't take itself too seriously, but what it does do, it like the way that it spoofs pop culture irony by also like having great moments of horror and thrills. It was really good.
So like I mentioned, I had a top 10 for this as well, where I had Dune, Challengers, and Gladiator at the top 3, with Monkey Man, Hitman, Trap, Saturday Night, The Bike Riders. At number 9 was the movie Abigail. Similar reason as Lyndon for his pick. Early on in the year, I watched this vampire movie with Catherine Newton and Angus Cloud, and was really surprised by how much I enjoyed it. And then at 10, I was debating on whether or not I was going to mention Deadpool if anyone else was going to do it. But what I actually wanted to put was the Jake Johnson movie that also came out in January called Self-Reliance, where he is basically in a dark web game show where he has to survive not being killed by bounty hunters.
Hell yeah. Okay. All right. Hell yeah. I like those choices. I'm not mad at those. Shubert, I agree with you. Hitman would be on the list. Hitman is great. I would say Dee Dee was that coming of age movie. It's on Peacock. That movie was really great. Kirsch made me watch that one as well. We said Hitman, Monkey Man.
A lot of people would say,
gotta shout out Monkey Man for the best action of the year.
A lot of people would say the movie I saw, The TV Glow, was a big one that for a lot of people this year.
I'm glad you said that. Shout out to our guy Jay of Manga Melee. He said that was his best movie of last year. That movie was very, very. It was an interesting ass movie. I don't want to.
It's an interesting one. Yeah. It's a short bite, so anyone who wants to go see it, definitely form your own opinion on. It's definitely something you got to think about. It'll sit with you.
Mm-hmm. And also, I got shout out Love Lies Bleeding.
Love Lies Bleeding. I've told Lyndon that I really enjoyed the movie The Beekeeper with Jason Statham.
That was early January. See, as we're coming into January, we got to watch these early movies and remember them, because Beekeeper was one as well.
Yeah. So there were some other ones on there. I watched a lot of trash this year. I watched like Argyle, which was trash, and
horrible.
Civil War, which is trash.
Big trash. And then didn't you say the League of the one that we thought was going to be good?
The Guy Ritchie one, the Gentleman, the World War II drama, or not drama, but action. But yeah, Deadpool, The Fall Guy, Ricky Sneaky, Self-Reliance, all movies that we've mentioned that were pretty good. And then the trilogy into the X horror franchise, Maxine, came out this year, and that was pretty good.
Yeah, it did. Oh, and people like Smile 2.
So yeah. Smile 2.
But look, I'll say this, Shubes. I think we ended with TV being better than movies in 2024. I think we can definitively say that overall television was better overall.
I think the main thing is that we're not really getting people into the theaters anymore. So what is becoming the main idea of modern entertainment is these premier television shows. One we didn't mention that a lot of people liked, and I would even say that I liked the season 2. I don't think you did though. Was that True Detective season with Jodie Foster? We're getting Jodie Foster in TV shows now. So it is really interesting to see how a lot of these big time actors, Colin Farrell, a good example of moving from movies to television and starting to really flourish the content that we get on TV. But also the unscripted reality shows are great.
That too. TV is becoming the prestige. It's like you have prestige TV in event film movies. And what comes in event film movies is blockbusters. But I also say directors whose names are big enough to carry a film like a Nolan. Because look, people are talking about the Odyssey, and I guarantee you half the motherfuckers talking about it have not read the fucking book. I read that fucking book in high school. I know. So I'm like, okay, Nolan does that. Villeneuve does that. I say when Tarantino comes back, he does that. Scorsese, it's a specific name that does that. But outside of that, like you said, it's blockbusters. It's the Superman, the Deadpools, those movies. And I'm glad you did shout out Deadpool and Wolverine, because that movie was very fun. Was it one of the best of the year? Depending on whatever. But I will say Ryan Reynolds accomplished something that Marvel hasn't done since Endgame. Give me a film that I actually fucking cared about.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed going to it. And I think X-Men 97 actually helped them a lot because it really reinvigorated the idea of having Wolverine back on screen.
Yep.
So, yeah, I thought that it was a fun film. It got me into the theater. That's just one of those things. Like, if it's going to get me into the theater, then that's something,
No, I agree.
It's half the battle.
Yep, it is. It is. And also, you got to say the streaming movies do matter too. Because, like, look, we talked about Hitman, Love, Lies, Bleeding. Those are streaming movies nonetheless. So those things do exist as well. And I think those are going to be where our adult movies that we want to watch are going to start coming out more as like non-IP driven film.
I think this decade is going to be really interesting to see how movies progress, because like what we're starting to see, and this is like the last thing I'll say, but TV shows, like let's say some of our HBO ones, some of them are bleeding into being over an hour. What I think will be successful for streaming movies are movies that go, that really don't get people to the theater, will be the time. Like let's be precise with our timing. Let's not
spend less money.
In a movie, and spend less money, and like let's tell direct stories and get back to when movies were, huge in the culture. Was I would say from when we were in high school, Waiting Behind, where you had movies that came in between 90 and 120.
Yeah, no, so like, and that's why Hitman was successful for everything you're saying right there.
Yeah, no, exactly, and I think even some of the other movies that we've mentioned and talked about, like Ricky Snicky, that is a call of old, of a movie that was short, concise, comedic, raunchy. Let's get more of that.
And that's something, and that's why I'm glad I gave it to Snicky as comedy, because like it's a comedy from a bygone era, but it worked. So since it worked, we might get those comedies again, or newer versions of it.
Yeah. If we're seeing that TV is doing well, because I mean, even some of the comedies, the 30-minute comedy is still going strong.
Facts.
Be precise with your time. Don't give us fluff. Don't give us too many storylines. Don't put too many people in it. My fiance or whatever, she doesn't like movies like the movie The Outfit, which I love the movie The Outfit. Whereas another good example of this is The Hateful Eight, or whatever the movie was, where it's just one spot. It's like a play, but it's a movie. I love a play that is a movie. Give me more of that. One scene. We're just doing dialogue. We're doing story plot. We're not taking us on all these different side quests. The focus is in it. Is it is direct. You're keeping me engaged for the short period of time that you keep me engaged, and let's move on.
No, I'm not mad at that. And I think you hit it on the head. It's going to be interesting to see how this decade ends. Like, is it going to still continually progress to prestige?
What will happen
TV?
To theaters?
Yeah, and that's a question. Like, or will we have a movie revolution? It's a possibility we do.
Yeah, I think like the first step for a movie revolution in terms of the theaters is that they're going to need to fix themselves. You mentioned your movie experience with Nosferatu.
That was crazy, Shubes. I've never experienced anything like that.
We had a really bad one at Gladiator just with cleanliness. If we need to do boutique theaters again, I'd be down for that. New Orleans has a really great one, the Britannia in Birmingham. It's the Sidewalk Film Festival.
I do a drive walk. I do a drive-in.
Drive-in. I think the idea of the Alamo Draft House, which is like starting to really be the next movie theater franchise, where you can do like the dinner with it. I think that all that is fine and dandy, and you can figure that out. But again, make it clean. Do more than just movies. I think that like if we could start normalizing having like premiere television come out, or pay-per-views or sporting events, coming out in movie theaters, would be able to generate them more money so that they can be better, and we'd be able to want to go see these movies.
No,
it's half the battle. It's just going to the theater and paying the money. It's half the battle.
Facts. Big facts.
All right, but that wraps up everything for this episode of the Bros Who Binge podcast. Hope everyone had a great 2024. Lyndon, let everyone know what's going on with the Bros Who Think Network.
Yes, sir. We got 2 new Manga Melee episodes out. We have the episode before the end of the year awards on the Bros Who Think podcast. That's out by the time you guys hear this. But the award show starts not with just this show, but the Work Shoot Show Awards, the Wrestling Awards show. That'll be out Friday. You guys will be hearing this on Thursday. So check out all of that amazing content, as well as the One Piece Awards, where we're going to go through the One Piece manga and look at some of the biggest moments from One Piece manga and anime this year. Shout out to Monkey D. Luffy. That's where I'm wearing the shirt. Show some love. But all right, but yeah, that's pretty much everything. But yeah, the Bros Who Think Awards, you'll be able to hear sometime Monday or Tuesday. That'll be the final award show in the awards run.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited for the new year of the podcast, Bros Who Think, Bros Who Binge, and all. We'll talk in depth next week about what we're excited for in terms of this podcast and what we're going to cover throughout 2025. So thanks for continuing to join us on this ride. I'm excited to go into a new year with everyone, and of course with my friend in here. And
yes, sir.
I hope everyone has a great week. We'll be back next week with more. And as always, keep binging.